any of you ever experienced a run-in with an escaped murderer? Well, I have. When I was about 8 years old, which makes my brother like 11 and my little sister like 6 or 7. We were playing outside one day, like we usually do, and this guy on a horse comes up, and he's like, "Hey kids, how's it going?" Staying classy. And we were like, "Yeah, sure, whatever that means." And he's like, "You guys want this sword?" And he hopped down off of his horse and gave us this plastic sword. And we're like, "Sure, we'll take it." And we're just playing around with it and talking to him. And then he pulled out a real sword. And he's like, "You guys want this sword too?" And we're like, "Sure, why not? We'll take both of them." So we took both the swords, and then he asked us if we wanted to ride his horse a little bit. So we rode around the yard, and then we went down this dirt road by our house and drove down to and rode down to the river. And then we came back, and about that time, it was at 5 o'clock, and he said, "Well, gotta hit the road now." And he said, "See you later." So he hopped on his horse and rode off into the sunset. And we never saw him again. But we kept on playing some swords for a while, till about 6 o'clock. Then we went in and we ate supper with the parents, and we're telling them about the guy we met, and the horse, and the sword. And they're like, "How come we didn't see him?" I don't know what they were doing after they didn't see him, apparently. But they thought that was pretty weird that their kids were playing with this guy on a horse. So anyways, then I watched the 6 o'clock news, and he was on the news as an escaped murderer, and he'd been living behind the church below our house. And we're like, "Oh my gosh, is that the guy that was just at our house that gave us some swords?" And